Billionaire's Mistress is a Hidden Heiress, a dark romance by author Anika. Chapter 2. Haunted by the Past.
Heiress and his grandmother enjoyed the delicious lunch together as they reminisced about old times. "You're 28, Heiress. Perfect age to get married." Athena, his grandmother, chatted away while he savored his chicken, listening carefully. "I've shortlisted some girls for you, and you'll be going on dates with them. It's time for you to settle down. I want to play with your kids," she said. Heiress looked into her dreamy eyes and sighed, noticing she was lost in her thoughts again. "Grandma, I don't need to get married to give you grandkids. Just tell me how many you want." A self-satisfied smirk played across his face, only to be met with a sharp slap from his grandmother on his biceps, accompanied by a disapproving glare. "Why aren't you excited about getting married? Not ready to give up your playboy status? Women are not trustworthy. For example, my mom. The biggest bitch of all time." His knuckles turned white as he clenched the fork, fury blazing in his eyes. She looked at him anxiously and gave his shoulder a gentle squeeze, and he turned his attention back to his grandmother. The storm within his eyes gradually subsided, and a smirk appeared on his lips. "How can I share my life with someone I can't trust?" His cold gaze revealed the emptiness inside his heart. "Not all women are the same, Heiress. I can find a nice girl for you if you trust me, of course," his grandma chuckled. "I have faith in you, but I'm not ready to settle down yet." "What about that model you're seeing these days? Aren't you serious about her?" his grandma inquired. Heiress offered an amused smile. "We have an arrangement," he said, keeping it brief and simple, avoiding the nitty-gritty. "Arrangement?" She lifted her eyebrows as his phone rang. "Just a minute," he said, answering the call from his office. "Okay, I'll meet them at the party." He took a sip of his juice and disconnected the call. "I really need to go, Grandma." He stood up and kissed her on the cheek. "But I'll visit again. Take care." As he walked out of his grandmother's house, he texted his girlfriend, Shasha Lewis. "Be ready by 8. We're going to an event."
Cara opened her apartment door and sank heavily onto the old, worn-out couch, throwing her head back. The humiliation she faced at the restaurant took a toll on her again. Life has been unfair to her since the night she was kicked out of her home 4 years ago. She had no friends or place to go as the demons of her past chased her away. A new city, unfamiliar roads, and a heart heavy with grief wandered aimlessly, hoping to find kindness, and it all ended when she came across a car and got into an accident. Megan James, a 24-year-old travel blogger, was drunk when she crashed into her. Cara woke up in the hospital the next morning, and Megan begged her not to file a complaint. Cara set a condition for taking her in, and Megan quickly agreed. Cara did everything she could to make her happy. When she was fully recovered, Megan asked her to get a job and help pay the bills. Now that the demons have tracked her down again, it was her 5th job she lost because of them. Cara knew Megan would be upset with her when she returned from Paris, since she hadn't been contributing her fair share lately. She was rubbing her temples when the doorbell made her jump. The living room was pitch black, and she gulped as the doorbell kept ringing, then her phone started buzzing in her jeans. She quickly pulled it out, only to see Sandra's name flashing on the screen. She answered the call, and Sandra blasted her ear from the other side. "Why the fuck aren't you opening the damn door?" Oh, okay." Cara hurried to open the door, and Sandra frowned as she walked inside, tossing her sling bag on the couch and turning toward her. "Why aren't you answering my calls? I've been calling you like crazy," she said. "I needed some time to clear my head," Cara replied as she sat down next to her on the couch. "Have you eaten?" Sandra asked, but before Cara could answer, the bell rang again. "Bet you haven't." She shook her head and went to open the door, but then came back holding pizza boxes, and Cara's stomach growled in response. They talked about random things over pizza, and Sandra didn't bring up the lady at the restaurant to upset her more. "I met someone today," Cara said, and Sandra raised an eyebrow. "A cop. He saved me from an accident." "Accident?" Sandra looked at her. "Are you okay?" she asked, and Cara nodded her head as Sandra asked her the next question. "Was he handsome? Give me the details, bitch." She narrowed her eyes. "He definitely was. 6 feet tall, black hair, captivating blue eyes," she continued. "Fucking angel," Sandra interrupted her. "Indeed." Cara laughed. "Oh, yes." She pulled out the business card Keith gave her. "He said I can get a job here." Sandra furrowed her eyebrows while reading the Ascent Group's name and looked up at Cara. This is one of the top 10 companies in the country. Cara's mood plummeted when she realized she couldn't work for a well-known company. What will I do now? This job was my last hope, she said, her voice choking with emotion. Then go for it, Sandra said, but Cara shook her head in refusal. Look, Cara, I don't know what happened in your past, nor do you tell me, but you can't let it ruin your present. You need to be strong now. You don't understand, Sandra, Cara said. I didn't choose this life for myself. This life has chosen me, and I can't do anything about it. Calm down, Sandra gently rubbed her arm as a friend called. Hey, Tom, what's up? She smiled. Okay, I'm up for the night, Sandra said with a smile, then glanced at Cara warmly. One more, all right. She finished the call and turned to Cara. I don't know what you're gonna do tomorrow, but I have a job for you tonight. Sandra grinned, staring at Cara. What job?
Aries donned a bright blue jacket that perfectly contrasted with his crisp, white, tailored shirt. He looked at himself in the mirror before opening a drawer to choose one of his most expensive wristwatches from his collection. He adjusted his sleek tie, and once satisfied with his look, he left his hotel, and the chauffeur opened the backseat door of the car. Take me to Sasha Lewis. His tone was sharp as he sent a message to Sasha to be ready, as he abhorred waiting for women. An hour later, the car screeched to a stop outside Sasha's apartment complex, and the driver opened the door of the back seat for the woman dressed in a low-cut white gown that was cut to accentuate her figure. Her hair was styled in a beautiful bun, and her diamond earrings sparkled in the light. Sasha slides next to Aries and quickly pecks him on the cheek. How do I look? She asked, batting her eyelashes. Aries took in her appearance. Ravishing.
Cara stood in line with the servers, her white shirt perfectly tucked into her black skirt that reached her knees. Her dark blonde hair was pulled back into a neat ponytail, and she stood professionally, hands behind her back, listening to the manager's instructions. I anticipate the highest level of service since we're expecting VIP visitors tonight, and there's no room for mistakes. He surveyed them carefully, ensuring they looked presentable and suitable. Stay attentive to the guests' needs. If there's any negative feedback, I'll be sure to give you the boot right away, he said, stopping in front of Cara and fixing her bow tie. I'll keep a close eye on all of you. So, stay focused, and don't make me find you sitting idly in some corner, he spoke, and the staff responded with subtle nods of agreement. Dismiss. The manager waited until everyone had left before turning to Cara and Sandra. Listen, girl, we hired you because one of our employees bailed on us at the last minute, and Sandra believes you're perfect for this job. If you make a single mistake, you'll be fired without any severance. The manager stated firmly, I will do my best to meet your expectations, sir, Cara said confidently, flashing a dazzling smile, but the despair in her hazel eyes was unmistakable. We will see. The manager allowed him to leave.
Chapter 2 ends. In the next chapter, VIP guests arrive, and one of them is far from a stranger. Cara's carefully buried past inches dangerously closer to her present. One brief interaction triggers a chain of events she can't undo. Two worlds that were never meant to collide finally do. Check the description box for the link to Chapter 3.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this chapter, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming chapters.